checking if we're live because Facebook, I don't know. Facebook tells you you're live, that you're not really live, and then like you don't know because then you're like cut off. So I'll start here. All right. So this is for anyone that feels like they forgave and they're having those painful emotions continuing to rise up. And this came to surface in several of my calls and clients in the last couple of weeks. So I know sharing this, I'm sure you might be going through something similar, right? And we're going into okay, what is forgiveness? When we talk about forgiveness is not for them, is for you. But we also have to understand what's going on internally and what it means. So when you have a trigger, when we're talking about those triggering emotions, those painful emotions, this is a part of your journey here that tells you that there's something that's unresolved. The trigger brings into awareness, right? You can't see me. It brings into awareness what is going on internally that you, for whatever reason, right, or personality or ego, has kind of blocked off. So it brings it into awareness and it's seeking it, the part of it, and why it's you're seeking to better know yourself, capital S, your true essence. And this energy, this emotion that's coming up that's painful, and you thought that you forgave, is still there. So we know that the work isn't really done, right? Because forgiveness is not just lip service. It's not about, yes, time went on and I'm just gonna forgive them. That's a part of it. Sure, yeah, that's a benevolent kind of act. But what's truly happening is that, and this is one thing that I've learned from doing a forgiveness meditation years ago and finding this essence out. And then more recently, speaking with a colleague and an amazing coach, her name is Steve. And yes, I'm a coach and I do get coaching, right? Because we can't maneuver through our blind spots. It's better when we have someone there that knows what they're doing to help guide us. So yes, I'm a coach that believes in coaching. I digress. One of the big things that we tend to overlook, and again, it's because we weren't taught this, is the nature of our emotions. So their energy, right? If we can say that we're energetic beings and not spiritually bypassing anything. But a lot of times when we look at into our emotions, into those painful emotions, we don't want to go deeper into those, right? By natural human nature is to like jolt back, and we go through distraction, numbing, all these different things not to step into that discomfort. So we build up on these distractions or even get super intellectual and this positive psychology aspect of it, which I love positive psychology, but at the same time, it could be used as a defense mechanism to protect that very, very vulnerable wound. Right? So we want to know the essence of what's happening. And by definition, you can't destroy this thing that's going on within you, right? This emotion, this painful emotion that comes up, because it is energy. If we can agree that we're energetic beings, and emotion is a part of that energetic vibe, right? Energy in motion. By the very nature of it, you cannot destroy it, because we know from science the fundamental principles of quantum mechanics, right? Or physics, that energy cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transformed. So a lot of times you might be going through this feeling and want to destroy it, want to get rid of it, and you're resisting it. And we know by resisting it, you're actually persisting it. Whatever you resist persists, right? Because even if you're trying to resist it or distract yourself from it, it's still you're in your conscious. And whatever you become conscious of, it grows. Okay, so by resisting it or by not dealing with it, you're actually keeping it in your subconscious because you're fighting against it. So one of the things to do is to step into that, Step into that discomfort and pain of that emotion, because you're not going to destroy it, right? You're not going to get rid of it. It's there seeking resolution. So it's coming up. All right. And now here's the powerful point of this. When you step into that forgiveness, a lot of times we look at the other person to forgive. We look at that individual or that event that happened, right? And that individual caused that event, and we're looking to forgive that individual. But what happens? It's this notion that that individual needs our forgiveness to go on about their lives, and they really don't. What I want you to really take in and internalize is that this thing probably happened, most likely, earlier on in your life, probably early childhood, maybe around adolescence. And what happened is that we internalize the meaning, right, the belief that that event caused, right? So say our parents didn't come home, or we felt neglected, or we saw them love on our brother or sister more than us. That caused a certain kind of reaction, certain kind of emotion, low vibration, right? And we develop a belief about that emotion. Here's the thing. When I went through the forgiveness meditation, right, the forgiveness stillness a while ago, and I went through every single instance of, being wrong, no matter how small, it came back to me. And the same thing happens with my clients and individuals I get on calls with, right? It's not about the person that did you wrong. Yes, it's their fault. But now you have this responsibility about this energy that's stuck within you. So when we say there's a mirror, like the world mirrors you, it's not so much that, what's happening in front of you, you embody that. It's that it brings out the energetic vibration that you're holding, that you're housing. Right? So if you're dealing with a bunch of a-holes, or like you just don't like the people you're around, okay, it's not saying that you're that. What the world is mirroring is what's coming out of you. So if you're expressing high anger or rage or deep sadness, that's what this journey and life is bringing out to the forefront, and to become aware of that. And once we understand that, we can hold that and we can have power over it, because once we understand something, we can better direct it. Okay, so back to the forgiveness aspect of things. It's not about them. Forgiveness is true. What they say, forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. But I think a lot of people overlook this thing, that saying. And it's about you, because the forgiveness is actually within yourself. Because it's you that you must forgive. And why I say that is, even though that person or that event happened at a certain timeline in your world, right? When we develop that belief about what it means to be us, either we're not important, either we're not loved, right? Either we got to go through things alone, whatever it is, we take that belief, and now we become our own tormentors throughout our life, right? And we believe that script, because the brain is just a meaning-making machine, right? And we were very young, and our brains weren't even developed to filter out those things. So we accepted it in. So once we realize that we are the ones that accepted that thing in, the whole game changes. Your whole energetic changes. Because when we look back and we peel back the layers, we see that every day of our lives, we were the ones that took that belief and replayed it over and over and over. And that's why when we're focused on forgiving another person, right, we can say, oh, I'm past that. I forgave him. These hurtful emotions can still come up. These triggers can still come up. They're letting you know that, hey, there's some energy still within, powerful energy still within. Right? And you can positive mindset, or you can spiritually bypass all you want, but your body knows. And until you do that deeper work in accepting who you are as a godly, beautiful being, and take away that layer, that told you that you were unloved, that told you that you weren't enough, that told you that you weren't important. Now we get more to the truth. And when we begin to forgive ourselves, when we forgive ourselves, we're able to transmute that energy into one of love, into one of truth. And you'll see that those triggers will no longer be there as powerfully. And you'll start to regulate that nervous system. That's that true healing aspect. This is why forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. And that's a powerful step into your healing journey. Because how can you step into better sleep? How can you step into better nutrition? How can you step into better body, right? And more energy when you have this past weighing you down constantly, robbing you of your peace. This is why the diets haven't been working. This is why the workouts haven't been working, right? Because the subconscious, your body's holding on to this old belief that is not in alignment with that next level you. And this is why that forgiveness is so powerful, but it's often misdirected. It's really about the godly being that you are, divine being that you are. And stepping into that is a whole new game, right? And that's what we do in the RISE program, the RISE curriculum. Sleep is just one doorway, but it's really truly about relinquishing so you can become your best self. You can have the top impact. You don't have to repeat the generational cycles of your family, right? You don't have to just blow up at your kids, right? You don't have to break down. Your body doesn't have to break down because you're trying to have a next level impact. It's about harmonizing those things together. How can we live to be our best selves without sacrificing these things that are necessary? Your health is a necessary piece of your impact. It's the vehicle through which you're going to make it through, that your soul requires for you to make the impact that you're here to make. Okay? So I hope that was beneficial. I hope that you see the beauty and the power within you and direct that within yourself. Right? Much love, and I'll see you here next time.